One of hip-hop's most underground and prolific artists of our generation has released another project. Currency returns with Vice, but did it hit its mark or was this a flop? Let's go ahead and discuss it right here on InCrowd. Can we think of another artist that is as prolific as Currency in the hip hop scene? I can't think of one. So, Currency is back again with this project called VICES. It's featuring Harry Fraud, and I cannot think of any time in which there is a record that features Harry Fraud that is a Currency project. That is a flop. Can't think of one. 22 minutes long, Vice's Currency. He's in, he's out, and he does an amazing job at this one. I think it is one of those projects where, even though it appears to be very short in nature, he does exactly what he needs to do within those 22 minutes. Had this album ran for 42 minutes, 45 minutes, it would have been too much. He takes this and he packages it up nicely and he delivers it. And everything that you would expect from Currency is here. As you know, Currency gives us the typical. It's drug rap, it's fast cars, a little bit of discussion of weed. You know how he is. Women, that is Currency. That's what he discusses, and that's what's going to be on all of his album. On this one, he brings along Jim Jones, which, in my opinion, is on the best track of the album. This is a track called Marcus Camby. And Jim Jones is on there standing toe-to-toe with Currency, doing an amazing job. And of course, because of the type of music that Currency creates, he has to have someone like Benny the Butcher on there. And Benny shows up. I don't ever think there's a time when Benny features on an album and he gives us a lackluster performance. He always shows up and he does no different here on this album. Now, outside of what's going on with the features and Currency himself, I have to say Harry Fraud really did some decent work on this. There's no problem that I can point out with the mixing. There's no problems that I can point out with the beats. Harry Fraud knows exactly what to choose and deliver for Currency, and the flow is always immaculate. There's a couple of tracks on here that are heavily jazz influenced. Beautiful saxophone lines. There's tracks on here with beautiful synth lines. There's also some experimental sounds on some of the tracks as well. But again, this is Harry Fraud. I'm pretty sure that they were in the studio just recording, probably smoking, and they came up with some of this on the fly and they said, you know what, that works. Let's go with it. I absolutely love this Vice's album. I have probably played this thing 10 times already. It is one of my favorites, and it's probably going to be one of my favorites for the year. Not because we're getting any type of lyrical explosion here. He's not standing with anyone like Killer Mike, so to speak, who delivered one of the most lyrical albums of 2023 so far. No, that is not what you get when you listen to a Currency album. This is all vibes. This is all drug rap. This is all fast cars. Again, you know what you get when you're listening to Currency. So with that being said, I'm going to come in with an 8 on this record. Vices does exactly what a Currency fan would expect to have done on a Currency album, and Harry Fraud shows up like we always know him to show up. There is nothing disappointing on this album. I only gave it an 8 because of the fact that, hey, Currency's been doing this for quite some time, and his flow is the same flow. His lyrics are pretty much the same lyrics as we've always known. I don't know that that's necessarily a hit, but from an artist who's been around for so long, maybe you'd want to hear him experiment with different flows, maybe try things on different beats, just to show us how much diversity he has in his style. So with that, I gave it an 8 because I'd like to see a little bit of difference from Currency, even though I'd probably be disappointed because this is the bag that he always delivers in. If I hear him in something else, I might not like it, but I'll never know because we never really hear him getting into a different bag with his flows and beats and so forth. But that's what I think of this Vice's record. Please go ahead, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that I rated it too high? Was it too low? Do you think that I am a crazy person by expecting anything different from Currency? Go ahead. I'm welcoming to all input. Again, I am Aaron. This is InCrowd, and this was my review of the record by Currency called Vices. Please go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, check out all of our different social networks. They're all listed in the description below. And I want to just say to you guys, have a great one. Peace.